he reminds me of Tim Tebow too much, for real.
Exactly. But the kid from North Carolina State, I think he's gonna get a shot. He's big. He can throw.
Jacoby Brissett.
The kid from North Carolina, if he comes out. You know?
He came from Florida, right?
Exactly.
That's a Florida transfer.
Yeah.
That's a Florida transfer.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wow.
You know what I'm saying? I like Chad Kelly from out of Ole Miss.
But yeah, he's a junior too, though. He's a junior.
Yeah, he's a junior. He's also a junior, but he draft eligible. He can't leave.
Yeah, but he run a little too much. You know what I mean? In the league, he'll be hurt week 1, week 2. Well, he run reckless. But I like him. But I think one more year because he came from a JUCO, playing 1 year in the SEC. Get one more year on his belt. I think he'll be better.
I don't know, man. You know what quarterback I do like a lot? I mean, I'm not going to say he's a pro prospect, but I like the way he plays. Is that guy from Tennessee, Dobbs?
No.
Oh, yeah, he has another year too. I like him too. He's a junior.
I like it. I like the way
he can't throw, man.
Yes, he can, man. He can throw. He has plenty games over 300 yards. You got to check him out, man.
He's a gamer, man. No, Dobbs is pretty good, man. I like it. I mean, I just wish he was in a better situation. I mean, they got good talent around him, but they don't have upper echelon type talent.
Mhm. Yeah, I like him too.
Yeah. Hey, man. One subject, man. Before we get off of here, man. Hey, what do you guys think about that whole Les Miles thing, man?
They handled that the wrong way.
But what does that say about the state of college football? The thing that really made me mad about that is as soon as somebody comes out and says the players should be paid and stuff like that, get some type of compensation, where you have a board that's just saying they're going to pay a person $15 million just to leave, but yet people are up in arms if college athletes are getting a little extra benefits. Like, what is that about, man? Isn't that some bullshit though?
Well, I think that situation is that's a crazy situation. They scream. They'll pay the 15, but you have to understand if you get a top flight coach, that brings a lot of revenue to the school, man.
It brings a lot of revenue to the school, but if you're averaging, he's averaging, like 70? He's winning 70% of his games on a consistent basis. He's been in that. He's got one national championship. If it wasn't for Alabama, could say he could have had another national championship. How much time does one national championship and possibly two buy you, though? I mean,
look what happened to the Auburn coach. He won a national championship. 2 years later, he fired.
Oh yeah, Chiswick. Yeah, but they got the most players in the NFL. I mean, it's still
that's
Baton
why
Rouge.
they're screaming. Yeah, if you put all these people to the NFL, they got like 50 players in the NFL right now, and no national championships besides that one. That's what they're looking at.
They can't look at that. He's winning, like you said. They winning 75% of the games. If you look at his overall record, his winning opposed to his losing is phenomenal. You got the number 1 recruit class. You won a national championship. You put all these players in the league. You're doing something right. And right now, I think college football is getting like NFL coaching. What have you done for me lately this year?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But look how much coaches are making. If you making $5-6 million a year, I want to see results.
But they're crazy, man.
Results. This man is a winner. The numbers should speak for themselves. Just because he can't beat Alabama for years doesn't mean he's not a good coach. Like you said, look at the million of players he's put in NFL. Look at it. Look at he's number 1 this year. You got to look at all that, man.
Yeah. Man, but check this out. Let's look at a situation like USC. Remember USC got rid of Lane Kiffin, bought him out. But at the end of the day, USC was still winning like eight games, 8-9 games under Lane Kiffin. Look at Nebraska, with Frank Solich. Frank Solich was winning 9. I mean, he got fired with 9 games, and but they fired Bo Pelini too, right? And he was
winning
averaging
10 games.
Yeah, 10 games, and look at him now. It's like you got to be careful what you wish for, and I think LSU. I mean, actually, you know what? I think they should have got rid of him because it's one of those. It's like telling your girlfriend that, you know what, baby, there's another girl out there that I've got my eye on, and you think she's ever going to come back to you fully?
No.
I know. I don't even understand that. I mean, that whole
I think he's not going to be. I don't think like you said, he's not going to be fully committed. I think if he comes out and have a great year next year, win a national championship, he may leave. You know what I mean?
You're right. They're putting themselves in.
You think if they win 7 games next year, he gone?
No, I said if they come out and win a national championship next year, he may leave, go somewhere else.
No, I'm saying if they don't win a national championship, they win 7 games next year.
Say let's say hypothetically speaking, Jim Harbaugh decides next year college ain't for me anymore, and I'm gonna go, back to the NFL, and Les Miles wins, 11 games in a SEC championship, but doesn't win the national championship. You think Les Miles is gonna think twice about leaving there?
He's gone.
He's gone.
Exactly.
He's gone. I mean, I think they should have just. I think they should have just did what the inevitable. It's. I mean, I don't know how much. I mean, with the recruiting and all that stuff, I don't know how much he brings to him. So, I mean, at the end of the day, it's. I mean, who are you really going to get that's really going to beat Nick Saban on a consistent basis?
Exactly.
I mean, they say Joe Fisher. They say Joe Fisher. That's the answer.
He's not leaving Florida State because he might have the best team he's ever had next year.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know, man. It's. I think some of those colleges are unrealistic. Like Georgia finna go through they're gonna have some problems. Watch.
I agree.
They're gonna have some problems because. I don't know. They just made a big mistake today, man. Because last year, I mean, they really had a young team, so I can't really, fault the coach for that. And they still were decent. You know what I'm saying?
They don't got a quarterback.
They don't got a quarterback, but with the whole Mark Richt,
they got a young quarterback,
right? But if you look at Mark Richt, yeah, but. Check this out. A couple years back, dog, when was it AJ? Was it AJ Murray or who was it? Murray?
Yeah, Murray.
You remember when they played in that national championship? I mean, the SEC championship game when they basically had the game won, and he missed that open receiver or whatever. Was it an open receiver? I forgot what it was, but
it was right on the goal line, I believe. I know it was in the red zone. Yeah,
but. Will we even be talking about this guy getting fired if they would have won a national championship a couple of years ago? No. But I don't know. They finna go through a struggle, man, because that coach is actually, who did Georgia have before him?
15 years ago. 15 years ago.
Dooley or somebody, I don't know. That's so long. He was there 10 years.
Right, but there wasn't. I mean, Georgia wasn't relevant for the longest until Rick got there, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. You think he goes to Miami?
Pretty good.
No, man. I also
alumni now.
But whatever. It's Butch Davis or nothing. It's already set in stone. It's Butch Davis. Yeah, it's Butch Davis because they got he had a meeting today, and they said every big booster it's Butch Davis. That's who they want.
Coming back to revive the program. You had athletes, you can't win.
Man, yeah.
I don't care about your scheme, Mr. Chip Kelly.
Yeah. Well, Chip Kelly's a
5 stars or 4 stars at Miami.
Well, they're getting 4 stars now, 3 stars. I mean, it ain't. It's like I always say, it's like the supermodel that's in its 60s. The supermodel, back in the 80s they were popping. In the 90s they were popping too. They still look, but now, they still look good, but they can't party like they used to. You know what I'm saying? They can't compete with the younger crowd. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing I think about Miami. I mean, I'm a fan of Miami, but I think we have to be realistic about things. They're not even wanting to pay. They're not even trying to get in the $5 million a year, realm. And like somebody like Fuentes wants. I mean, like that's like a bottom tier coach in my opinion, and he wants like $5 million. And we're not even paying that. You know what I'm saying? The only person I can think of that would probably take it, I mean, like upper echelon or, that has that reputation would probably be Butch Davis, because he ain't got nowhere else to go. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think. But, who knows what can happen, man.
True. I'll go holler at Lane Kiffin.
Well, yeah, I would. I mean, now that I think about it, I would like Lane Kiffin before I would like Butch Davis, just because Butch Davis.
Even through his background, you take a Lane Kiffin. What he did at Tennessee and USC.
USC, he was on probation.
Right, but
no, look how he left the programs. You see what he did at Tennessee? He was there 1 year, and he left on the kids.
Well, Butch Davis.
Was it?
Well, Butch Davis then left us to get the damn death penalty. So I can't say about that.
You don't think Lane Kiffin will go knowing that this might be his last shot? And
you talking about
that's not the case. What I'm saying is, do you think parents going to keep their kids from going? Hey, man, you know what I mean? The scheme only can go so far.
Yeah, we got.
What has he won as a college coach? What has he been? Lane Kiffin.
We got Lane Kiffin.
Besides being a coordinator, what else has he done? What has he won?
At USC, he was on probation. You know what I'm saying? Then Oakland, he didn't do a good job at Oakland. And Tennessee, he left after that 1 year. So yeah, I think he'll get another head coaching job though.
Oh, he will, but I'm saying, like, I don't think no big program gonna want him after what he did. You see his name popped up, and all these coaching vacancies we have to see. But how many coaching vacancies it is in college football? It's a couple, I think. So. But
I would take Lane Kiffin over Butch Davis, just because. Butch Davis, everybody, they want that old thing back, and I just don't think it's just going to fly right, man. I just don't really think, I can't really see in it. I can't see it like, it's like a sequel. I've never ever seen a sequel better than the original. It's always a complete disaster. You know what I'm saying? When like Schlennenberger, you remember that guy goes back to coaching, horrible. Just should have just stayed, your old ass retired or something. I can't think of like a second. Can you think of a second?
Did he win a championship at Miami?
Steve Spurrier?
No, he never won a championship. No.
Butch Davis, right?
No, Butch Davis. No,
it can be better.
But he had major success. He basically laid the foundation for Larry Coker to win that championship.
Exactly.
And place the back-to-back championship. So I think, he's already taken, Miami faithful gave him credit for that. He's always going to get credit for that. They're going to give him credit for that, even though he wasn't there. But I just can't see him, I just can't really see him. I don't know. I just can't see.
He did it at North Carolina. Look what he did at North Carolina.
No, I'm talking about.
You know what I mean?
No, he's won in different places and going to. But it's one of those things. It's like when you come back. When you come back, it's just like if Bobby Bowden were to come back to Florida State, it wouldn't be the same. You know what I'm saying? He left at the right time. When Jordan came back, it wasn't the same. It was